Hi Capricorn, thank you as always for joining me, liking, sharing and subscribing. Capricorn, what do you have? The Hermit. Okay, what else do we have here? The Magician, Three of Wands, the Wheel. Okay, sort of like the Wheel of Fortune here. Six of Chalices, beautiful. And the Emperor. All right, Capricorn, let's start off with the Hermit energy here. This could be a month where you're really analyzing certain things. You're really becoming more spiritual maybe. You're really digging a little bit deeper with the Hermit card here. There could be a prominent Virgo that is around you. You do have the Magician card, so there can be an Aries also with the Emperor here. There can be a strong fire sign around you where things could be flourishing. And also a hermit or hermit energy around you. So someone that might be a Virgo rising, or has the attributes of a Virgo is prominent around you. I feel with the Hermit card, there's a need to have some sort of spiritual outlet for you this month. And I feel like this is coming at a pivotal time for you. I see that there's a lot of changes, a lot of transformations or changes happening as reiterated by the wheel here, which is sort of like the wheel, the cycle of life, the wheel of fortune, if you will, that's happening for you. So for some of you, there is an autonomous energy where you'll need to withdraw from daily life, maybe withdraw from work, withdraw from relationships, to take that time out to really think and ponder and analyze where your place is, or where you stand in a relationship, or where you stand in the growth or development of a business, for example. For some of you, I feel like there's a new start happening with the Magician card here and the Hermit. They both symbolize autonomy and a self-governing decision. So for some of you Capricorns out there, this may be a month where you're starting an online business or starting something more autonomous. So for example, for some of you, it could be leaving a relationship and you have further emphasis on being single or being independent. Because the Three of Wands, next to it, really this top row here, the Hermit, the Magician, the Wands, it's a flourishing, but it's something that's been created of your own doing. This is the flowering papyrus. So before I move into this, I just want to say that there's definitely an emphasis being placed on you coming into your power this month, Capricorn, of you being your own boss, of you being that self-governing authoritative figure in your own life, as indicated by the Emperor here. The Magician can signify a new relationship. This is things coming to fruition that can happen very quickly, Capricorn. The Magician often brings changes that can happen instantaneously. Simultaneously and instantly. My goodness. And this is really happening for you this month, which is it's exciting. You're definitely looking to the birth or to the flourishing of something. So there's a seed that you've planted, there's a change you've been wanting to implement or have implemented in the most recent months or weeks, and you're really starting to see things flourish. This is beautiful. For some, I feel like you're gaining a leadership role at work, or you're being promoted, or even there's an offer of new work. For a lot of you, I feel it's an internal promotion or some sort of internal accreditation or acknowledgement for the work you've been doing. Maybe you've been taking on extra hours. Maybe you've been stepping into a leadership role. Maybe you're succession planning or problem solving or strategizing, and it's really being noticed by a lot of people, not only in the professional realm, but I feel for those Capricorns that are single, there's love that's coming to you. And if you have been the Hermit for quite some time, if you've been hiding away from the world, if you've just haven't been feeling like you want to go out and you want to be out and about with people, this is about to change. The Three of Wands, for those that are coupled up, this is fertility, children, planning children, having children, learning that someone is becoming pregnant around you. Maybe there's grandchildren coming in for those of you that have grandchildren, because the Three of Wands is the flowering papyrus. This is seeing the fruits of your labor. This is birth, fertility. This is things growing and blossoming in a really beautiful way here for you. So definitely in relationships, I know it's the three, but in this card, it's not a third party situation at all. It's actually abundance and growth and fertility. So for those that have started an online business, for example, or have recently come into a relationship, you are going to see wonderful growth and nourishment that's happening within the relationship. This is also applicable for those that have been in existing relationships or marriages, de facto, or civil relationships. There's a wonderful flourishing that's taking place. And I feel for some of you, you might regain some sort of independence in your relationships. But to be honest, I think it's a healthy independence. I think you'll enjoy having time alone, or having time to withdraw, having time to reflect on what it is you want to do with your life or how you want to move forward. And I think your partner will be very sensitive and will be very receptive to this, and will be very understanding of the space that you might need. Or this might be you, Capricorn. You might be needing to give this space to the other person, but really it's going to contribute to the growth and flourishing of this relationship. The wheel is here, so something is definitely, the wheels are in motion. Things are happening behind the scenes or in the physical realm. Absolutely, you are seeing things happening within your life in terms of achieving goals, in terms of achieving a wonderful relationship. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's almost like you're leaving these green little devils behind. So you're leaving the turbulent, you're leaving the dark behind, and you're coming into something beautiful here, what looks like a sphinx figure, like golden sphinx figure up the top here, and it's pride and power and reign and authority. And I feel like you're slowly gaining this, Capricorn. This is really exciting. I think you've got big plans for something here, and they're coming to a culmination. The wheels are definitely in motion. This is also a ring, so for some of you there's engagements and pregnancy news. For some of you, you might be falling pregnant, and then your partner might suddenly surprise you with an engagement ring and really clarify their love for you and their commitment to stand by you during the pregnancy. Maybe it's planned, maybe it's unplanned. You know, there's so many different circumstances and situations, but I feel with the wheel card, things are moving forward in a really, really beautiful way here. Especially in terms of business and career as well. Something is coming to a full cycle here, or there's an ending of a cycle, but I really feel like you're on the beginning of something, because the 3 is present here, which is the flourishing, the birth, the fertility here. So I really feel like you're planting a seed. Some of you have recently started a role where you'll be at for a very, very long time, and you'll grow and learn within the company. For some, you're taking the time off to be the hermit. Maybe you're retracting from work. Maybe you're taking holiday leave, and you're really wondering how you can move forward. I feel like, you know, the clocks are ticking, the wheels are turning, things are in motion. You're really gaining momentum this month, Capricorn, because you also have the 6 of Chalices. What a beautiful card. Very positive month for you. 6 of Chalices. This is the White Crown. Pleasant memories, purity, innocence, nostalgia. In the 6 of Chalices in the Rider-Waite deck, we can see the 2 children with the wonderful like spring in the air. They're giving flowers to each other. So I feel like there's very much a whirlwind romance that's happening around you for some of you. Birth, fertilities, babies, serious wonderful milestones that are being achieved within relationships for some of you. For some of you, there's children that have come up in 2 cards. So I feel like those that have adult children, teenage children, or you know, preteen or pre-adolescent children, I feel like there's a lot of growth opportunities for them, or there's a cycle that they'll embark on. So for some, they're starting university. For others, they're gaining their first job. For others, you're enrolling them into their first sporting event. So there's a lot of new starts. And if it's not for you, Capricorn, it's certainly around your loved ones, extended family, family members, siblings, best friends, cousins, associates, people who you're very closely connected to. And I feel there's a lot of opportunity there. Work-wise, I feel like some of you are onto something. It could be you could be doing a project independently, or maybe you're looking to source a second income stream. For some of you, creative pursuits are definitely, you're birthing creative pursuits, you're adhering to them, you're trying to market, drive the product. This is certainly possible. Past life connections, absolutely, with some of you with the 6 of Chalices here. Whirlwind romance, growth, learning, absorbing, developing. And then you have the Emperor card here. So this is who I mentioned that might be really influential or really important for you. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. In particular, Aries and Virgo are standing out. So for those dealing with those signs, there is an influx of positivity and milestones that will be achieved with this person. With the Emperor card here present, I feel like you're seeing or you're hearing from someone that's very influential this month that will help you. For some, it's in regards to, it could be a fertility doctor. For others, I feel like it's a job promotion or an account manager or a business development manager that may help push or brand your product, be a brand ambassador for your product or your service. For some, if you have a job interview coming up, I feel like you're going to get the job interview. The wheels are definitely in motion, so your application has been received. There is a flourishing of some kind here, so I do see that someone will get back to you because there is a union potentially with the Six of Chalices here, which is very nice. Oftentimes, the Emperor can be an intimidating person or an intimidating situation, or maybe something that needs to be addressed that isn't the most easiest thing to deal with. I think for some of you Capricorns, with the Hermit card and the Emperor, I feel like you're beating around the bush. There's something you need to address, and it's going to come out, and it's going to help strengthen the bond you have with this person or the way you feel about something. It's going to change your perception. There's a big shift that will be taking place in your awareness and your perception of something, because you might have thought this person was intimidating, I don't want to approach them, but it's almost like just you're taking the first step, Capricorn, and then you'll actually see the fruits of your labor. So I think it's important to take initiative. I think that's major for you this month. Initiative and taking the first few steps, because the wheel is in motion. So obviously there's motion here, there's acceleration. Things are moving forward. A cycle is coming to fruition here, which is really, really positive. There's marriage. For some of you, there's wedding plans. The Hierophant here, there's a Taurus maybe around you, an earth sign, a fire sign as well here with the Wands and the Magician. A fire sign around you with the Hierophant, someone that's marriage potential. I feel like there's another person romantically for some of you. I feel like there's someone else that's holding the key. You can see the key down the bottom here. And I feel like someone is holding the key to your happiness or the key to your future. This could be someone under an earth or fire sign. The Hierophant here, there's also it could be a new spiritual journey, because with the Hermit card here, I did mention that there could be a heightened emphasis on spirituality, religion, and this could be absolutely the case with the Hierophant present here. It's almost like you're on a road to finding your religion or your spirituality, or where you're sitting at, where your perception is of the metaphysical, where your perception is of morals, where your perception is of life in general. Maybe it's philosophy, maybe it's history, maybe it's religion or spirituality, but there's definitely something that you'll embark on, a new journey. There's also plans around a religious ceremony possibly for some of you. Whether it's planning a child's christening, an engagement, a wedding. Absolutely. For some of you, there's an engagement happening with the Hierophant present. Okay, definitely outings, new social events, social venues, making new friends, making new acquaintances. I feel like there is events around you, or events that you may be planning, or you could be celebrating the birth of someone's child, the birth of someone's success. Maybe there's a launch event that's happening, whether it's your own business or service or product that you're launching, but this is really exciting. Okay, Ace of Swords, it's something you've been working towards for quite some time. Maybe there's been a bit of struggle for some of you. If you've been struggling to get pregnant, this could be the month where this happens. For some of you, it could be triplets as well, because there's 2 3s here. Or it could be another girl. There is a girl here. There's a 3. You know, there's this notion of 3 for some reason. 3 people in the cards of the Hierophant, 3 people with the 3 of Cups and 3 Wands here. So maybe for some of you, you might be adding a 3rd child, or prevailing, winning an award. You are crowned with a crown here on your sword. So definitely achieving something you've been working towards and seeing the fruits of your labors, which is beautiful. In a business sense or in a work sense, I feel as though if you've been wanting to get into a certain industry or work alongside a certain person or work for a particular organization, this may be significant for you. So this could indicate that this is the time where you finally are successful. And as I mentioned, for those going for job interviews and things with the Hierophant present here, I feel like you'll definitely be meeting with influential people. I did mention that with the Emperor here as well, that you will be meeting with influential people, Capricorn. And I feel like you'll be looked upon very favorably. And I see you celebrating or toasting to someone's success. If it's not your own, then it's definitely someone you're very close with. And you'll be celebrating that sort of journey with them. And things will happen very quickly with the Magician. The Magician, there's an inundation of sorts. So I feel like when it rains, it pours type thing for you this month, Capricorn, in love and in work. Because the Emperor and the Hierophant carry very similar energy. They're prestigious, they're specialized, they're obviously someone you place reverence on. They're obviously someone that's very influential around you that you may be fixated on or celebrating with or collaborating with. And I think for the most part, if it is a fire sign or an earth sign, I feel like it will be a lovely journey together and you will provide each other a lot of growth and expansion and insight, and you'll both be celebrating, which is very, very exciting. I'm wondering what this Hermit could mean for others though. Okay, Ace of Wands. Okay, there's definitely long-term planning that's happening for the future, and it could involve a fire sign, an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. If not, I feel like there's some sort of plan. You're really contemplating moving abroad this month or traveling, or you're really planning for your long-term future. I feel like you're looking very, very far ahead and you're taking action somehow. The Ace of Wands is a card of action. I feel like you're holding the wands in your hands here and you're really making changes to your long-term future somehow with the Hermit card. I feel like the changes or any major decisions you may make will impact you for the next 3 months, 3 years, 30 years. I feel like this is a card of the future. This is a card of you're only at the first few steps. You've still got a long way to go, but it's certainly doable. And I think with the Hermit card here, for some of you, maybe you're leaving a relationship behind and you'll be single for the next 3 years, 3 months, 3 days. For some of you, if you feel like there's some sort of relocation you need to make or a job change, I feel like whatever this decision you make will last you in the long-term future somehow. This decision will... So it's obviously the right decision because you feel like... because it will still be around you in a very long time to come. So I feel as though with the Ace of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Hermit, that I think it's a wise decision that you're making, and you're going to make sure this decision is made time and time again over the next, few years maybe. I did also mention past life connection possibly with someone with the Six of Chalices and the wheels are in motion. I almost feel like this is a faded connection here, a faded past life connection, maybe kindred spirits with someone romantically, or if it's in a business or a professional sense, I feel like there's something that's still in the early stages but is destined to flourish, is how I feel. For some of you, it's connected with family, the Ten of Cups. There's definitely a new addition to the family, I feel, or merging families, maybe introducing your children to your new partner or your new partner to your children, or finally meeting your partner's children if they do. Merging families, blending families is also possible. I see a very nice outcome here with happiness, with a wonderful rainbow. I think people will get along quite well with each other. This is a card of reconciliation as well. So for some of you, you're reconciling with someone from your past, whether it's a past life, a past relationship, someone you've known from childhood, possibly. There's children here. I feel like fate is bringing the two of you back together. So for some of you, you're actually reuniting with a childhood or college sweetheart, maybe romantically. For those that have children and they live abroad, or they've been studying abroad, or they're in boarding school, for example, I feel like you'll be reunited. Knight of Pentacles, things are slowly moving to fruition. The Knight of Pentacles does travel a little bit slower, so we do have to exercise patience when he does come up in the readings. So with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like things are definitely moving forward. There is an offer that's coming in. I feel like there's offers around children, to have children, or offers, job offers, or lucrative offers coming in for adult or grown children. So I think that's new. That's good news for some of you Capricorns that are parents out there. For some, it's a new home, or starting to move into or research a new home, starting to put offers down, starting to look at the property market maybe. Magicians come up twice, so definitely a lot of new starts for you. New starts, new beginnings. The Magician has come up twice, and you have 3 ones here. 1, 1, 1. I feel like the notion of 3 is really strong this month for you. 3 days, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 children, 3 changes, 3 things, 3 weeks. It's come up a lot of times actually. So I feel this is important. And 3 is half of 6, so I feel like there's these denominations are slowly are going to equal to something important here. For others, I feel like you're definitely in the early stages of starting a family business or working from home. The family card is here in this new start with the Magician card. For others, I feel like if you have children, that your children might be leaving the home to start their new beginning. And for those that are nervous about this, I feel like you shouldn't be, because whoever this child is, whether it's a son or a daughter, I feel if them the Magician card, they have everything that they need. I feel like they're set up for success, which is really good. I feel like they're in good hands, and they have a real sense of independency and a real sense of what it takes. And they have good resources behind them, which is really, really positive. Okay, the Knight of Swords. There's definitely movement, things happening either really, really slowly, or things happening really, really fast for you with the Knight of Swords. For some of you, it's settling down. You may be settling down very, very, very soon, much quicker than you thought, which could be sparked by a pregnancy or a purchase of a home or the reconciliation of family. There is an element of time here, that someone is pressed for time with the Knight of Swords, or someone's coming back into your life very quickly. You may hear from them in some time, or you've become really close. I feel like for some, things will happen very, very quickly over the course of the month. For some, there's a notion of movement or relocation that's happening. It's a new family home, and I feel like it's not a cheap property. I feel like it will cost you some money here. I feel like you might get a good deal, or there's a certain window of opportunity while this property is on the market, and I feel like you might be approached to make an offer, or you might be approaching the market or the real estate agent to make an offer, because I do see changes, and I feel like there's a wonderful, for those that are shopping for family homes or for a new family car, even because the wheel can signify automobiles, I suppose. This will be a good investment, I feel. And there could be a good deal coming up for you as well. But look, I'm going to leave it at that, Capricorn. I think you have a wonderful, busy month.